a heartfelt jungle fable about self-belief. In a lush green jungle, where the trees whispered secrets and the wind carried the scent of wild mangoes, there lived a young elephant named Elio. Elio wasn't like the other elephants in his herd. While the rest of them stomped with pride and flapped their ears with confidence, Elio was quiet, shy, and always unsure of himself. Even though he had long, strong tusks and wide, sturdy feet, he often felt small. He followed the herd wherever they went, but he always walked at the back, careful not to bump into anyone. He spoke softly. He never raced, and he never dared to try anything first. One morning, the animals of the jungle gathered for their seasonal river crossing. Every year, the river swelled from the rains, and the herd would need to cross together to reach the fruit-filled valley on the other side. Elio looked at the river and felt a knot in his chest. The water rushed by loudly, slapping against the rocks like clapping hands. "What if I slip?" he muttered to himself. "What if I fall and get swept away?" His friend, Luma the leopard, who was sleek, fast, and full of energy, padded up beside him. "You all right?" she asked. "I don't think I can do it," Elio said quietly. "I'm not like the others. They're strong. I'm just big and slow." Luma tilted her head. "You're not just big and slow. You're powerful, Elio. I've seen you pull down whole banana trees in one tug." Elio looked away. That was luck. Before Luma could reply, a sharp scream pierced the air. "Help!" cried a voice. A baby monkey named Tiko had been playing near the riverbank and slipped on a wet rock. In an instant, the current had taken him, tossing him like a leaf in a storm. His tiny arms flailed, and his frightened squeaks echoed across the water. The animals gasped. The crocodiles stirred below. Nobody moved. They were frozen with fear. Then, without thinking, Elio surged forward. He charged through the trees, past the shocked animals, and straight into the river. Water splashed high around him as his strong legs cut through the current. His trunk lifted above his head like a periscope. "Tiko!" Elio called out. "Hold on!" The baby monkey barely managed to grab onto a floating branch, but it was drifting fast. Elio didn't hesitate. He pushed through the current, deeper and deeper, until he reached Tiko just in time. With one swift swoop of his powerful trunk, he scooped the little monkey up and raised him high above the water. The entire jungle held its breath. Elio turned, carefully making his way back to the shore. Water rushed around his legs, but he stood steady, like a mountain. One step at a time, he brought Tiko safely back to land. Silence. Then, cheering. The monkeys clapped their hands and whooped with joy. The parrots flew in dizzy circles overhead. Even the crocodiles nodded in quiet respect. Luma rushed to Elio's side. "Elio, you didn't just cross the river, you conquered it." Elio blinked, still dripping. I wasn't thinking. I just had to help him." Luma smiled. "You stopped thinking you couldn't, and remembered what you could do." The baby monkey nuzzled against Elio's trunk. "Thank you, Mr. Elio. You're the bravest animal I know." Elio looked at his reflection in the river. He still had the same big ears, the same slow steps. But now something was different. He saw strength, he saw purpose, he saw himself, fully. From that day on, Elio walked with his head held high. Not louder, not prouder, just certain. Because sometimes we don't need to change who we are. We just need to remember what we've always been. Moral of the story: true strength isn't always about muscles or size. It's about remembering what you're capable of, especially when it matters most.